So as I've been working on this game, one of the things that ends up blocking your progress is like how much work goes into finding assets that you can actually use. I feel like you're actually building something that's a little bit more than a prototype. Now, one solution I have found for this game is to use Cursor's built-in capabilities for generating images. So I'll kind of walk you through how I've been using that to generate the assets for my game. If I click on the workbench, basically all this stuff like the cloth hood, the forger wires, if I scroll down, all of these assets were sprites generated by Cursor, and I believe they use like Nano Banana 2 or whatever behind the scenes. And yeah, I basically just prompt Cursor to generate assets for my game, and it just automatically splices it into my spreadsheet, my sprite sheet, and then that gets pulled in. I wanted to demo that, but also keep in mind that you can use this feature if you're building out a website. You can have it generate placeholder images for your landing page or like icons that you can place all over your app as well. But it is pretty convenient because you just basically, load up an agent over here and say, hey, I need you to generate some images. So I'm going to switch this over to Composer 2 Fast, and I'm going to go back to the game and kind of show you some assets that I'm missing. So if I go to my abilities page, notice that there are no images for these abilities. Like Sneak doesn't have anything, Counterattack doesn't have anything. It would be kind of nice if we had some images instead of these colorful squares. Instead of these colorful squares, can you generate images that align with this sprite 2D sprite game and make sure that they're scaled down to a resolution of 16 by 16 so they kind of match the style of my game? Bring in whatever Python scripts necessary so that you can actually splice those into my tile sheet so you can efficiently load and render those into my canvas. Okay, so I'm going to use a couple of nice keywords here. And what this is going to do is going to find what images it actually needs to generate, and it will create prompts for all those images. And I think in this case we have like a 4x4, so 16 total images is going to generate, and then it's going to hopefully use Python scripts to scale them down. And then sometimes I've seen it even make a script to remove the background of the sprite image, and then it's going to render that out into my game. So I'll let this run and I'll come back and kind of show you how that kind of works. Now you do have to babysit it just a little bit. I had to approve it a couple of times to basically do a pip3 install and also do a Python 3 run to actually run these scripts. But you can see now it's actually updating my ability tree, and it's probably going to import all my icons here in a second. All right, looks like it's finishing up. Let's go back to my game. I have to probably refresh it and join it. And then we should see all those images. So if I click K, notice that we have our abilities panel that shows up, and we have all of these sprite icons generated. See how easy that was? One prompt, it literally generated a bunch of 16 by 16 sprites. And if you go and look at the ability icons, every single one of these is probably a separate Nano Banana generation, but then it spliced them all together into a single sprite sheet. Now, the cool thing is I've seen this actually go in and modify my existing item sheet. It actually saw that I didn't have enough real estate in my image. The Python script expanded the width and the height of it, and then it just spliced in, because it knows it's 16 by 16, it just spliced in all these generated images. So everything that's basically from here down to this, I found a free online tile sheet for, but everything over here underneath that is just AI generated directly from Cursor. So yeah, very interesting thing you can do directly in Cursor. I know this isn't really groundbreaking because there's probably MCPs that will do this for you. But I do want to point that out. If you're building out a website, you can do the exact same type of thing and say, hey, I need you to generate on the landing page, make me a cool like image of a guy like doing a thumbs up or something. And then that'll just put that directly in your website for you. So it kind of takes out the ease of like having to find placeholder art, and it kind of makes your game in this case a little bit more polished than having to go and dive online and try to find an artist. And granted, for a sprite-based game like this, the quality of the art doesn't have to be like top of the line. Like this sprint icon, it looks pretty good, right? So there could be someone out there who could make better icons for this game, but I think this is a good approach to help get over the hurdle of taking your game from like a prototype to more of a like a beta or an alpha, All right, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed the overview of the Cursor generation for images, and I'll probably make a video to kind of share the updates I've done in this game over the weekend here. Have a good day and happy coding.